losers, I'm Coral. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with the books that I ended up buying in May, including, well, this one I didn't buy. This one I'm really excited to tell you about though. This one is The Daughters of Block Island by Krista Carmen. This comes out October 10th, and I will be doing a full review on it closer to the release date. So keep your eyes out for that. But Krista was kind enough to offer me a copy for review, and I said yes. I loved her collection, Something Borrowed, Something Blood-Soaked. This is a full-length novel though, and I'm gonna read the back to you, the synopsis, instead of just, you know, giving it my own flair. I think you might be interested. Two sisters, strangers since birth yet bound by family secrets, are caught up in a century-old mystery on an isolated island. After arriving on Block Island to find her birth mother, Blake Bronson becomes convinced she's the heroine of a gothic novel, the kind that allowed her intermittent escape from a traumatic childhood. How else to explain the torrential rain, the salt-worn mansion known as White Hall, and the restless ghost purported to haunt its halls? But before Blake can discern the novel's setting, she's found dead, murdered in a clawfoot tub. The proprietress of White Hall stands accused. Summoned by a letter sent by Blake before she died, Talia, I don't know if it's Talia or Thalia. T-H-A-L-I-A. I'm gonna say Talia. Talia Mills returns to the island she swore she'd left for good. She finds that Blake wasn't the first to die at White Hall under suspicious circumstances. Talia must uncover the real reason for Blake's demise before the forces conspiring to keep Block Island's secrets, dead and buried, rise up to consume her too. So, gothic, sisters, murder mystery. It sounds great. It sounds like it's going to be like super atmospheric, taking place on an island with a spooky old house. I cannot wait to read this and let you guys know all about it. I also picked up The Marigold by Andrew F. Sullivan this month, which sounds so fucking weird. It's like, I think it says it's okay, a dystopian near future. It takes place in Canada, and it's about this like mold that starts to take over Toronto. I don't know, like, this seems so weird. This seems so weird, and I'm really psyched to have found this and gotten my hands on it, because this is something I'm going to read very soon. It sounds absolutely nuts. I also picked up two short story collections from Apocalypse Party Press. One, Abnormal Statistics by Max Booth III, and two, Burn You the Fuck Alive by B.R. Yeager. I'm almost 100% positive that this is a short story collection too, but like there's no synopsis or anything, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So I'm really excited for both of these. And look how cool the covers are. Bang up job on design here. I also found a copy of Episode 13 by Craig DeLuey. This is like a found footage-y thing. It's like, this is on one of my most anticipated lists, and it was like this documentary crew. They're kind of like ghost hunters-y, and for their 13th episode, they're going to like a famously haunted building, right? And things go wrong. So it's episode 13, it's found footage. It's got some like interesting, almost like it looks like transcripts and like text messages between people and diagrams in it. So I'm really, I mean, that is like something that it's like, if you want me to buy your book, put something like that in there and I'll do it. I really like that. So here it is. I also found a book that I've been looking for a while. This is A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. This is about like, a woman, a peasant woman who is saved from death and eventually becomes the bride of Dracula. And I'm not sure exactly what those two things have to do with each other, but it is included in the synopsis. So I'm sure that has something to do with the plot at some point. But I don't think she really understands what and who Dracula is at the time of her marriage. And it seems like she loves him, but she is getting some bad vibes from him suddenly, and I don't know. This is a book I've been looking for a while. It had, like its original print had like the most fucking beautiful cover, and I'm sure I could hunt that down, but I found this and I was like, you know what, I'll just buy this. I want to read it enough, so Diary of Blood. I also picked up a book from an indie author this month. Well, there are a couple on this, but I heard about this because it was an indie author. This is The Suffering by MJ Mars, and I'm trying to be better about that. When I hear about a new book from an indie author that I like, I'm trying to buy it, because otherwise I don't really always see those at places like Barnes & Noble, you know what I mean? Where I'm buying new books, and so I'm trying to, like, you know, incorporate more of these into my reading diet, because if I don't make it a priority to go out and buy them, then they might not end up on my shelf anytime soon, right? So this has been making a little bit of a buzz, and I decided to buy a copy. This is about this old-timey massacre called the Victorian Suffering, I guess. And now one of the ancestors of someone who died in that massacre has decided to recreate the seance that triggered this massacre, I guess, and then a bunch of ghosts are summoned, and they're attaching themselves to people or something like that. I don't know. So yeah, that's The Suffering, and I'm hoping to get to this sometime soon. I'm hoping to really bump up some of my indie horror numbers, because they honestly have not been great this year. I just haven't been consciously making sure to do that, and I'd like to remember to do that. And then I also picked up Hawk Mountain by Connor Habib, and this seems like it is some sort of like revenge story. It says an English teacher is gaslit by his charismatic high school bully in this tense story of deception, manipulation, and murder. I've seen this book pop up here and there, and every time I've seen it, the person talking about it is like, this book is so fucking good. So I feel like maybe I should pop this onto my list for this month. Maybe I was ecstatic to find this at Barnes & Noble. When I saw it, it was like I put back another book so I could pick this up and not spend $300 fucking at Barnes & Noble, you know what I mean? So I'm very excited by this. And then the last two books I have here were included in the Nightworms package from this month. We have The Haunting of Alejandra by V. Castro, and The Salt Grows Heavy by Cassandra Kah. I did an unboxing of that, so if you'd like to know more about those, you should watch that. Otherwise, that is what I have for you. These are the books that I bought this month. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've read any of these, what you thought about them. I will see you guys later.